Hi guys, hope you're all doing well, staying safe out there. Welcome to another Future Spouse reading with me, Bliss Lily. In this one, we are going to be taking a look at the physical appearance of your future spouse so that it can help you guys manifest them into your life that much faster, because you're going to be able to envision how they look, what is their hair color, their eye color, their body shape, and all sorts of things that we're going to be able to channel in this reading. And there is also going to be some info on what is it that your future spouse wants you to know. So messages from your future spouse. All right, my darlings, keep in mind that this is a general reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, pick another option. So speaking of options, let's go ahead and take a look at the 5 options for today's reading. Option number 1, you guys get this beautiful starstone. Option number 2, pink quartz. Option number 3, turquoise. Option number 4, amethyst. And option number 5, you guys get the moonstone. To see which crystal, which pile you're most drawn to, don't overthink it. Let your intuition do the talking. But if you guys do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, and welcome to your reading. We're putting you in the center of the universe over here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the physical appearance of your future spouse, my darlings. So we're going to start off with the tarot over here. Okay, look at all of those queens that came through for you. So straight away, guys, I'm hearing passion, incredibly charismatic, incredibly magnetic. Okay, there's just this energy about them that drives people crazy. Okay, and I think this is one of the first things you're going to notice about them. It's the energy. It's how they walk into the room and everybody turns. Okay, so there's a lot of feminine energy. But this Ace of Wands, there's also so much masculine energy. So let me say it like this. Women in this pile, they're going to be incredibly feminine and yet empowered. And men are going to be incredibly masculine. Both males and females, guys, in this pile are just hot. Let me just put it that way. Incredibly hot. Now let's get down to details. So what I'm seeing over here, my darlings, is dark skin, darker skin. For some of you, it's mixed race. So for some of you guys, I'm seeing somebody who's from India. For others of you, I'm seeing somebody who has a very dark skin. I mean, like as dark as it gets. Smooth, beautiful. Women over here are incredibly voluptuous. Men are very well endowed, okay? Men are quite muscular and literally like they exude the energy of masculinity. So I'm seeing a lot of black hair. Black hair, shiny hair. So for some of you, it's very long and straight hair. For others of you, it's like really, really curly. But the hair is long for women. For men, it's either almost bald, right? Or like a nice do with gel. I'm seeing some products being used. Okay, but it's quite short. I wouldn't say it's not longer than shoulder length in men. And they really like brown, and there's something about leather. So your future spouse could be somebody who likes to wear leather jackets, right? If we're talking about men, they could be somebody who's into maybe riding motorcycles. Because I'm hearing and I'm seeing, like I'm hearing the sound of a motorcycle, and I can almost smell the leather jackets. And it could be that they're into like riding bikes. They might have tattoos. Both men and women over here have tattoos. Both men and women in this pile, guys. Again, I keep saying it over and over again. It's because the energy is so off the charts. They're so seductive. so seductive. The skin is incredibly smooth. Their favorite color might be brown. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. For women over here, right? It's the energy that there could be a witch, right? Because there's such a strong connection to the power of magic and the power of earth. If we're talking about men for option number 1, it could be that they work with, they're showing me with their hands, with materials. So it could be that they build something. It could be that they make something with their hands. It could be that they do a lot of powerlifting. But there's this energy of strength that's coming through over here, guys. And it's so off the charts. Let me see what else is coming through. Big eyes. So I'm not seeing like small eyes, big eyes. Really big, beautiful. Most of it is brown. It's either dark black, like literally dark brown, almost black eyes. Yeah. They're also showing me really nice hands. So if you guys are into hands, there's something about really nice hands. So women would have really nice nails, okay, maybe some design, maybe like slightly longer nails. And men, they just have this really nice hands. And something about fingernails. I don't know, guys. I think some of you, like for some of you, it's like attention to detail is incredibly important. If we're talking about men, again, very strong, very broad shoulders. I wouldn't say that a lot of them are tall. Like here, I'm getting more average height. More average height. A lot of sex drive. Beautiful, like, smile. There's something about smile that, you know, if when they smile at you, you can't help but smile back. You just can't help it. They're very charismatic. The way that they talk, the way that they communicate with you, even if you're like in a pretty shitty mood, they are just going to light up your world, light you up. There's something about the internal fire that burns within them. For quite a few of you, I'm seeing that your future spouse is somebody who's a leader, right? They have this leadership energy. Women like longer dresses. Men are quite stylish here as well. Like they take care of their appearance. It's not just tracksuits and you know, go. No, they put in a little bit more effort. And they like animals. There's definitely an energy of like being connected to animals. So I think for some of you, like I said, they might have a tattoo, and it might be a tattoo of a certain animal. It could be a tattoo of a lion, tiger, I don't know, dragon, wolf. There's some sort of really strong connection to the animal kingdom. Okay. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is it that they want you to know at this particular moment. The men are like, say that we are very well endowed again. Okay. Your future spouse is very well endowed. For some of you, it's important. Okay. Let's take a look at any other messages. Yeah, so it's interesting. For some of you, I'm literally seeing it's like being an interracial couple or being a couple with different backgrounds. And they keep saying like, we have this beautiful balance. And they're saying something, we're going to have beautiful babies. Look at this. Like, I think you guys want 2 babies, or you guys are going to have 2 babies, because there's this energy of maybe twins, like a boy and a girl, wanting a boy and a girl. But there's something about like bringing this balance, bringing the yin and yang energies and balancing out a lot of energies. So they're saying, even if right now you feel like you're kind of going to the extreme, or if there's like lack of some sort of energy or some sort of yeah, they're telling me it's like there might be a bit of a disbalance at this particular moment. They're saying we will balance each other really, really nicely. Okay. And look at this. They're saying don't be afraid to flirt. You guys might meet like through flirting, through like being brave and daring and kind of feeling saucy and all sorts of things. So they're saying don't be afraid to flirt, don't be afraid of your sexuality, and don't be afraid to be seen in like your true and authentic beauty. Wow. Okay. Lovely. Option number 1. You know what to do. You gotta claim the magic of the reading down in the comments below for this whole thing to work, right? Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. If you guys are up for a personal read, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below, so is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. Alright, my darlings, take care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 2, and welcome to your reading. Putting your crystal over here. You guys ready to find out what your future spouse looks like? Physical appearance with your future spouse? Let's ask tarot first. Okay, the Star. The Queen of Cups and the beautiful Strength card. Okay, so some of you guys could be Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and Leo. Strong energy, strong connection to the divine. Okay, now my darlings, what I have to tell you over here, for some of you, and this is for some of you, your future spouse is somebody who's quite popular, so somebody quite famous, well known, could literally be a star or somebody connected to the stars. Yeah, if you guys resonate with the idea of a soul flame, twin flame, and a soulmate, right, this is definitely going to be your person. It will all feel incredibly serene. It will all feel incredibly like divinely guided. Now, for some of you, you guys might be crushing on some sort of celebrity. And it could be that your future spouse is going to look very, very much like the celebrity that you're crushing on. So for some of you, you guys are going to be dating celebrities. For others of you, you are going to be dating somebody who's like a spitting image of a celebrity you guys might be interested in, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at what else I'm seeing here before we get into the physical appearance, because there's so many beautiful energies. For those of you, and this is very interesting, guys, there's some of you who might have not felt that you're ready to have a child, to be a mom, to connect, or to be a father, to connect to your divine purpose. Like, they're telling me that once your future spouse comes in, I don't know why it's coming through in this reading, but it must be really important, must be something that you guys need to hear. It's like your purpose will be becoming much more apparent to you. And you guys are going to feel very broody. You guys are going to feel like you're ready for children. But there's something about you being activated by the energy of your future spouse. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the details over here. So I'm seeing somebody with very pale skin. For a lot of you guys, I'm seeing somebody with very, very pale skin, and either black hair, brown hair, or reddish hair. Okay? Now, your future spouse is going to be somebody who's like a chameleon. They like changing their hair color. They like changing their styles. They like changing a lot of things. I think they've experienced a lot of things in their life, okay? They went through maybe different religions, spirituality, maybe they traveled a lot. And I think it all kind of left a special imprint on them. They could be somebody who speaks more than one language, and a special connection to the star. Some of them might have a tattoo of a star. Some of them might have a tattoo of a Leo. Some of them might have a tattoo that has something to do with spirituality. It could be they're showing me maybe a flower of life, a seed of life, some sort of very interesting pattern. They're very flowy. Their energy is very flowy. It's kind of calm. It's very intuitive, but it's very strong. As a character, they're very strong. Here I'm seeing somebody who's rather tall. For quite a few of you, your future spouse is rather tall. And when we are talking about hair, most of them are straight or a little wavy. Okay? But mostly it's straight and it's really, really dark or really deep brown or reddish. But it could be that they dye it. So for some of you, it's ginger, somebody who's ginger. So they're quite tall. I'm seeing somebody who's quite slender. So I'm getting maybe somebody from Asia. Somebody from Asia, or somebody who could be somebody from the US, somebody from the UK. Malaysia is coming through over here. Maybe Eastern Europe. Yeah. Let me see what I can see. Some Italians, yeah. They're like, hey, ciao, bella, allora. Okay. But there's a very big association with the stars. They don't like, okay, this is going to sound really weird, but they don't really like having clothes on. This is, somebody who's very comfortable in their skin. So they prefer to let it all hang out, to be honest with you, for as much when it's possible. Like at home, they probably sleep naked or they walk around in something that's see-through. They're quite sensual. They're sexual as well, but this pile, they're more sensual. If we're talking about women, it's flowy things, flowy dresses, or something that covers and shows off their beautiful, okay, that sounds like a paradox, something that shows off their beautiful body. If we're talking about men, I think it's either that they're located somewhere where it's hot, or they go to the gym a lot, or because I keep seeing somebody like with their top off. They might be very proud of the work they've done at the gym. Yeah, or it's like this energy of not wanting to be restricted by clothes. But when they do wear clothes, it's something that really brings out their best features. Now, this is very interesting. For quite a few of you, my darlings, I'm seeing somebody with contacts or glasses. So some of them could be wearing glasses, some of them could be wearing contacts. It could be different color contacts, but the eye colors that I'm seeing for you, lovely option number 2, is brown, green, and some like gray green, like it's really beautiful. For some of you, it's blue, but for very, very few. Mostly it's green, brown, and different contacts. Like literally they're showing me somebody with purple eyes. Like purple, it's like, wow. But not like this like neon, like toxic purple. No, like really nice purpley brown. If we're talking about women, there's somebody who's very good when it comes to makeup. Like very natural. If we're talking about men, they don't do a lot of grooming, but they take care of themselves. They do take care of themselves. I think they're just naturally quite good looking. Naturally quite good looking. Okay. Let's go ahead and find out what is it that they want to tell you at this particular moment. Lovely option number 2. By the way, you might meet them next to water. There's something about meeting them next to a body of water. And there could be hills or mountains there as well. Okay, let's see what is it that they want you to know. Messages from your future spouse. They're saying heal, 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 heal. You can break free. You can break free because they're saying that they are... See, this is why I was saying that they kind of activate you over here. Lovely option number 2. Your future spouse in one way or another activates you. Activates your energy. But they're saying right now what you have to do is heal the codependent energies. You're almost there. This is what they keep saying. You're almost there. keep going. Don't give up when it comes to healing. The flirt card came through, and yeah, this is beautiful. They're saying don't be afraid to shine. Don't be afraid to flirt back. They're saying that you're so beautiful, you're so amazing. By the way, guys, there's something about your future spouse's voice. It's gonna drive you crazy. The way that they're going to whisper things in your ear, the way that their voice is going to sound. It's like it touches something deep within you. It's a voice that you want to listen over and over and over again. Because when you guys are going to start communicating, you are going to be communicating sometimes with voice messages. And I see you replaying those messages. Replaying them because your future spouse voice sounds so damn good. And I think they're going to fall in love with your voice as well. There's something about both of you because they're saying like it's a symphony. It's a symphony. Like the symphony of energy, the symphony of voices. So you guys might end up creating music together or creating something together. And saying be expressive. By the way, for some of you guys, you might already know this person because they're showing me for some of you, you're in no communication. No communication right now, no contact. They keep saying, don't be afraid to dream. Dare to dream. This is what I keep hearing for you. Dare to dream. Like you're not dreaming too big. They're saying don't sell yourself short. This is such a fantastic energy. Option number 2. All right, my darlings, don't forget to claim the energy of this reading down in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming content. For personal readings, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So it's the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 3 with the turquoise crystal. Hi, and welcome to your reading. All right, are you guys ready to find out about the physical appearance of your future spouse? Let's go ahead and take a look with the tarot first. Got the 4 of coins. Have the 10 of wands. Oh, nice. And we have the lovers. Okay, the first thing that's coming through over here, lovely option number 3, is strength. Physical strength. Stamina. Okay, your future spouse is really strong. Okay, it doesn't mean that they're buff, it doesn't mean that they're muscular, but they're strong. They're physically strong, they're mentally strong. Okay, it could be, they're showing me there's something about the energy of meeting them quite possibly at work or at the bank. And it could be when you guys are going to be changing careers. Now, when we're talking about men over here, most likely they're going to have a beard, a mustache, a goatee, quite possibly. With the 4 of Pentacles, this is somebody who's solid, okay? So I see somebody who could be like larger than average, right? Very well built. Somebody who's quite, like, you know, they have broad shoulders, thick legs, thick thighs, a tummy. When we're talking about women, they have big, full, beautiful breasts, yeah? They have this energy of like being, I don't know, it's like you want to, if you want to touch them, you want to like caress them. There's this energy of being so attractive, but they're on the larger side, yeah? But they're very strong. There's something about them that's very empowering, very strong, with the 10 of wands, especially when it's coming through in reverse. It could be that throughout their life they kind of lose weight, put on weight, lose weight, put on weight. But this just, I think, like the way that they are built, It's just that they're meant to be somebody who can handle a lot of physical and emotional stress. Now, when we're talking about hair, when we're talking about skin color, what I'm seeing here when we're talking about skin color, I'm seeing somebody who's quite tanned, right? Who tans easily. It could be, you know, somebody from Greece. It could be somebody from Mexico. It could be somebody from South America. Yeah. Somebody who's Italian, quite possibly. I don't know why I'm here. Somebody from Lebanon. Okay. So it's somebody with a beautiful tan. This is what they keep telling me. Black hair. If we're talking about men, they're showing me like this hair color and this hairstyle. Right? I know he's a bit unhappy over here. So he might have a bit of a face that, you know, might look a bit grumpy. Right? But it's not because they're grumpy themselves. I think it's because they just have this poker face. They need to have this poker face. I think this is somebody who thinks a lot, right? And I'm seeing they might have some frown lines, but when they smile, like their whole face lights up. You know, it's like a different person. But I think they tend to be somebody who's quite serious most of the time, because they work with money, they work with banks, they could be working with real estate. For some of you guys, I'm seeing that your future spouse is going to have curly hair. Really nice curly hair. Yeah, even men, they might have a bit of longer hair for some of you, if you guys are into that. I quite like it. Like I like this hairstyle. Maybe it's because it's very similar to mine. But yeah, it's definitely this like, it's a bit of a rough look, but it's really nice. There's something very masculine about it. If we're talking about women, they have they're also quite well built, so I don't see them being very skinny, right? But it's like they have really strong legs, strong arms. No arms, so not so much. I wouldn't say. It's more about legs. It's more about thighs, thick thighs, right? Shoulder length, or maybe a bit longer. Darker hair, curly or wavy. I'm seeing that they dress formally. Most of the time they dress formally, or they might have some sort of uniform over here, right? Your future spouse could also be somebody who works with communication, right? So it could be somebody who works in networking, communication, marketing. It could also be, like I said, somebody who works in a bank. But they have to make a lot of decisions and they have to think really fast. So I'm hearing for some of you, they have very beautiful eyes. Like it's the main thing that literally jumps out. They might have, and this is very rare, guys, but for some of you, it could be somebody who has different color eyes. One green, one blue, or one brown and one blue, something like this. Or maybe like they're different shades of brown, but there's something unique about them. There's something unique about your future spouse. Let me see what else is coming through over here. For men, there's, I don't know why, but there it is. I have to put it out there. A big shoe size. It's interesting. They're not giving me much more over here. Let me pull one more card for you, option number 3. And then we'll take a look at the messages that your future spouse has for you. Because they're saying, like, for you, it's not even that important how he looks or how she looks. They're telling me it's going to be the connection of hearts. The connection of hearts, the connection of minds. It's when everything aligns. They wear a lot of gold, by the way. It could be white gold as well. But it's gold. Gold, diamonds, they're like nice watches. It could be bilingual. Somebody who came from abroad not too long ago. They stand tall, they hold themselves really well with this Three of Wands. They might be born on the 3rd, or their life path number could be 3. Let me see what else is coming through. They could be into sport. There's something about into sport, and they could be into hiking. Maybe that's why they have this like really nice sturdy legs. For some of you, I'm seeing somebody who does a lot of biking. Is in cycling. Like really strong legs. They just keep repeating really strong legs. Okay, so maybe somebody who does marathons as well. Marathons, sit-ups, press-ups. Okay. Let's find out what is it that your future spouse wants you to know in this particular moment. Messages from your future spouse. Option number 3. So some of you might have seen something, might have discovered something recently via social media that literally broke your heart. And I think your future spouse is coming through over here to let you know that your heart is going to be healing. For some of you, you're in no communication with this person already, similar to option number 2. It could be that there's like, you're feeling heartbroken over something you saw, or over something that, you know, the fact that you're not communicating with somebody. But they're saying keep hope, keep up hope. They're saying keep hoping. Yeah, it's something about, like, it's a very similar energy to option number 2. So maybe you guys were drawn to option number 2. But they're saying like when it's controlled, it's not true love. You can't force true love. So they're saying what you've experienced before, it wasn't true love. It was people trying to control you, and it broke your heart. And that's why you kind of went off the radar. And they keep saying like, you know, keep hoping, because it's such an important thing in life to have that hope that you're going to fall in love, that they are going to appear. And this is their reassuring that they are going to be coming into your life. They are. And what you've experienced before, it had nothing to do with love. It was either karmic relationships, it was lessons that you had to learn. But they're saying that, you know, love does exist. And it's definitely something that you guys should keep in mind. Alright, lovely. Option number 3. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. I don't know how but it does work. So make sure to write I claim it, or it resonated with me. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming content. You guys know the drill. If you guys are up for a personal read, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Alright, my darlings, take care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 4. Hi, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the amethyst, let's go ahead and take a look at your future spouse's physical appearance. Let's talk to tarot. We have the Hierophant. Okay, there's so much power in this one card. There's so much power in your future spouse's energy. I even just want to talk about like the first card over here, guys, before I pull out take a look at the other two. there's an energy to your future spouse that is incredibly profound, right? People hang on, like a lot of people hang on to what is that your future spouse is saying. They act as a leader, they act as a teacher, and there's something about their gaze, there's something about the way they look at you. It's like they look right through you. But it's not scary, it's not freaky, it's something that is like so deep, because they have a very understanding nature. It could be somebody who's a teacher, it could be somebody who is a lecturer, somebody who is a priest even, right? Somebody who is the leader of some sort of community. Somebody who people want to get close to. For some of you guys, this is a producer, somebody who sees your talents, sees your true self. This is so, so powerful, this energy over here. Taurus energy is coming through very strongly. Okay, let's pull out the other cards. Page of Cups. What a beautiful energy. Okay, guys, honestly, let me say this. For your future spouse does not look your age whatsoever. And the High Priestess, my God. Okay, so let's do this. Your future spouse does not look your age whatsoever, their age. Okay, so for men, it could be somebody who looks older. For women, it's somebody who looks younger. For a lot of you, my darlings, I'm seeing somebody with blonde hair or dark blonde hair, right? Or somebody with strands of blonde hair. So they might have dark hair, but they like color them like few strands here and there, my darlings. But your future spouse is somebody so incredibly special. With this combination, okay, I mean, they're so incredibly spiritual, and not spiritual like because they have crystals or because they do something. It's the way that they live their life. They've incorporated spirituality into their life. They've combined it with practicality, and they are now so incredibly powerful that, again, people literally flock to them, to listen to what they have to say, to listen to their advice. There could be somebody who's an artist, somebody who's an art teacher, somebody who's a producer, somebody who's there's something about opening the doorway to the stars. There's something about them being some sort of a mentor that people like, you know, if you get mentored by this person, it opens up a lot of doors. It opens up a lot of opportunities. And this person is incredibly spiritual. Incredibly, but again, I just want you to understand, when I say incredibly spiritual, it doesn't mean that they're disconnected from the 3D world. No, they're very much in the 3D world. But they have learned a lot of things about themselves, a lot of things about the world. So, back to the looks. When we're talking about men, they look older than their age. When we're talking about women, they look much, much younger than their age. Blonde, dark blonde. Blonde maybe with reddish. Let me see. If we're talking about men, then most probably they're going to have maybe even gray hair already. Obviously, if you were at a certain age, you know, be discerning. Women are most likely to have their hair dyed blonde or be natural blondes over here. When we're talking about body type, I would say average, guys. I don't see anything like too tall or too short. I would say average height. And I would say average body size and shape. In both males and females. Although females could be a little bit taller over here. They're showing me beautiful lean arms. When we're talking about men, we're talking about, you know, somebody with a dad bod. For older males, for younger males, I would say they're just quite quite toned. I wouldn't say that they're very muscular, they're strong. No, this is a bit of a different energy. You know, this could be somebody who does yoga, so they would be quite lean. This could be somebody who does some dancing over here, especially for the ladies. Yeah, but this is a lot about meditation because they're showing me somebody who's flexible. Somebody who's flexible, somebody who's quite sweet as well. They have this sweet energy, especially women. They have a lot of sweet energy, but sometimes, guys, they can be your future spouse can be very hard to read, because with the energy of the High Priestess, this is when we don't know what the person is feeling. When we're trying to read them and they're like, by the way, this could be somebody who's a psychologist, psychiatrist, therapist, life coach, but mostly, somebody who deals with the psyche, the human psyche. This could be somebody who is a professor for, like, you know, adults, for like PhDs and things like this. The women dress in brighter colors. I would say that there's somebody who likes bright colors, maybe a bit of a boho style. Bigger earrings, great attention to their makeup. Bright colors. I'm seeing maybe like, for women it could be saris, you know, it could be reds, yellows, blues, purples. I'm seeing a lot of patterns. For men, it's something more subtle. I'm seeing jumper. Maybe it's somebody who lives in a cold country, because now they're showing me somebody with a jumper, somebody with an anorak, an overcoat, and a hat, and all sorts of things. Or maybe they just get cold easily, you know. Very soft-spoken. Very soft-spoken. Mostly blue eyes. Mostly blue eyes, guys. Men don't really like accessories over here. Women love accessories over here. Love. Love, love, love. When we're talking about men, I'm not seeing any tattoos. They might have a piercing, some of them. A piercing in their ear. Something small, something dainty, something really, really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what is it that your future spouse wants you to know at this particular moment. By the way, when we're talking about skin color, they're showing me like olive, like really nice tan. For some of you, it's Caucasian, very white. Okay, let's take a look at what is it that your future spouse wants you to know. It's time to share your gifts. You have a lot of gifts that you guys are suppressing. Again, I'm feeling like somebody over here, guys, is incredibly talented, incredibly gifted. And they're saying, stop hiding your gifts. You have to unwrap your gifts. There's something about spontaneous awakening that's coming through over here. And your future spouse is saying, share your gifts with the world, because this is how we're going to meet. We're going to be meeting through your gifts, through you sharing your gifts. Okay, so again, I feel for a lot of you, my darlings, we could be talking about a producer, a mentor, a teacher, a guide of some sort. Say, share your gifts with the world. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't wait. They're saying like the time to act is now. You're waiting for divine timing. You're waiting to feel secure. You're waiting to be sure about something. And your future spouse is saying there's no perfect timing. Now is the perfect timing. Now is the time to go and do something. Now is the time. Okay. Very mentally. A lot of fears that you guys need to heal. They're saying like you keep thinking that you're very different. You keep thinking you're very different, and that makes you like feel unwelcome in the world, and it breaks your heart. But there are a lot of people who think alike. Like there are a lot of people who think like you. And there's something about you coming together with people to bring the light into the world. Even the way that they talk, it's so empowering, and it's so amazing. They're saying forgive yourself, forgive others. This is the time to like move forwards with things. It's saying it's okay that you've made mistakes. It's okay that you thought that somebody wasn't, somebody was somebody that they weren't. And they keep saying, I will give you more. I will give you more. I'm going to be able to turn things around. This is what I keep hearing. To turn things around. And there's something about I'm going to show you how it's done. How it's really done. Wow. Okay. Option number 4. Did you get the goosebumps? I did. Make sure to claim this reading down in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming content. For personal readings, you can always email me. The email is in the description box below the video. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out, my darlings. All right, take care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 5, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Moonstone, let's take a look at your future spouse's physical appearance. So what does your future spouse look like? Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, we have the 2 of Cups. We have the Hangman over here and the King of Swords. Okay, so it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You guys could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let me say this. Your future spouse is incredibly smart. Like, this is somebody who's so focused, so smart, right? And they have a poker face. Okay, they have a poker face, guys. Your future spouse looks very, very serious. Your future spouse looks like they are trying to figure out how the world is functioning, right? What it is that they need to buy, right? What was the name of their first pet? It's all going on in their head at the same time. Yeah, you guys could be getting married to somebody who is a lawyer, somebody who is a doctor, somebody who is an advocate, somebody who is a mediator, somebody who is a policeman or is a government worker, right? They are smart, but they need to have a poker face on. I think it has a lot to do with their work, right? So for some of you, I'm seeing somebody who wears glasses, somebody who wears contacts, right? Or somebody who had laser surgery, but there's something about them not being able to see clearly sometimes, okay? I feel that they're quite, some people might think that there can sometimes be a bit cold or sometimes even aggressive, but I wouldn't say that. It's only because they don't have time for any BS, because they are busy. They have things to do, right? And sometimes people might see them as cold or harsh, but they're very honest, they're very truthful, okay? And they're very, very discerning when it comes to who they spend their time with, what it is that they read, what it is that they eat. They have a great attention to detail, right? And they just don't stand for any BS, okay? They see through people. They're very, very well versed when it comes to different things, different subjects. They're very interesting, an interesting person to talk to, but they will never waste their time with time wasters. They will never waste their time on something they don't see potential in. And they're quite competitive as well with the King of Blades. They use their mind, they use their sharp tongue. They can talk quite fast, by the way, with the King of Blades. They talk fast, they talk to the point. They have like this manner of speaking that's very like set up. There could be somebody who's a public speaker as well, but it's only for a few of you. All right, let's take a look at how they look like. If we're talking about men, I see this as somebody who's quite slender, somebody who wears a lot of black, right? I think it's like it's suits, it's tracksuits. They like wearing black, yeah? So this could be somebody from India. This could be somebody from Asia. This could be somebody from the US, and they're showing me some places of Canada. Dark brown hair. It's interesting. For men, it's straight. For women, it's curly. Naturally curly hair for women. But it's so interesting, guys, saying like having said all that they're like strict and they don't have time for any BS. With you, they turn into a little bunny. Honestly, with you, when they're like together with you, you bring out the softer side in them. You bring out this side of them that nobody sees. And it's very interesting, like somebody will be telling you about your future spouse and you'll be like, are you sure we're talking about the same person? Because with me, it's like a completely different, softer, more vulnerable, more open person. And it's because they're going to feel safe next to you. They're going to feel safe to open up. Now, let's take a look underneath the clothes. Let's take a look at their body. So for quite a few of you, what I'm seeing is somebody who does workouts, somebody who stretches, somebody who maybe goes and does some boxing or things like this, right? They get their frustration out at the gym. For some of you, I'm seeing somebody who runs or jogs. For others of you, I'm literally seeing somebody who like there's a punching bag and there's maybe some some mats and an octagon and MMA, whatever it is. They get their frustrations out. For some of you, I'm seeing somebody who does rock climbing, and maybe for women, we're talking about yoga, Pilates, stretching. Okay, I'm literally hearing music blaring in your like earphones or yours or your future spouses. And yeah, for some of you, I'm seeing like literally like there's pumping iron, a lot of pumping iron. But there's something about stretching, something about letting things go. Your future spouse likes meditating. If we're talking about men, definitely some... you might not like it, they might shave it for you, but I am seeing a beard, I am seeing a goatee, and maybe some like really elaborate mustache. They take care of their appearance, for sure. They have to look sleek, they have to look presentable, right? So nails, hair, the whole shebang, it's done, it's nice. Men might be using some products. Women are definitely using products over here for their curls, right? They might be changing it. They might be wearing their hair straight. For women, I'm seeing shoulder length, maybe a little bit longer, right? But for some women over here, I'm seeing like short bobs. Really nice, like short bobs, short curly bobs. Men are more conventional, although I do see some hair that might be kind of shoulder length. Brown eyes. I'm seeing a couple of, there's something about laugh lines, but I think it's more for women, because men, they just have this poker face. They keep repeating poker face, poker face, right? Women prefer green. They also like black. When we're talking about preferences in the color of the clothing. Full lips. But again, it's mostly for women. Men might have like thinner lips. Chiseled features. Like a really nice collarbone. Very long fingers. Some of you, by the way, guys, option number 3, your future spouse might be playing a piano. Somebody who's really good at playing piano. They might be collecting art. Give me a second, I'm trying to see what else they're going to say. It's interesting, the men in this pile, they like accessories. They might be wearing it under their suit, or but it's like they really like accessories. They really like maybe leather bands or rings, nice watches. Maybe like a little diamond earring. But it's very tasteful. Very tasteful. But it's another thing I want to mention over here, guys, is that like work, your work future spouse, right, and your home future spouse, they're very different. This is what they keep telling me. They're so different. So I think at home they might be just cool, wearing sweatpants and like a t-shirt, or like when you guys are going out on the weekend just to do some shopping, they don't wear suits, obviously. They're much more relaxed. But when they go to work, they represent. And they're very cool, calm, and collected. And that you find incredibly seductive. There's something about like the coolness that sort of makes you want to reach out to them. It's nice. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what is it that they want you to know at this particular moment. What is their message from your future spouse? By the way, some of you guys could literally be working with chemicals. All right, so the message from your future spouse is do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of the feelings that you get. Do not be afraid of the changes that are taking place in your mind, in your body right now. Don't be afraid of the chemistry that's going to happen between us. This is what I keep hearing. Yeah, don't be afraid to speak up. There's this energy of just, I keep hearing like, have no fear. Oh, bless. They're saying, I can't wait to have a family with you. If you guys have been wondering if you're going to be a good mother or a good father, they're saying absolutely, right? And they're saying there's no feeling like in the world as like compared to when a little one like hangs on to your finger. There's something about you changing your mind. You changing your mind after you meet your future spouse about a lot of things. Because right now you might be afraid. And they're saying like, don't let the fear hold you back. Give yourself the love that you deserve. Like you guys need to, your future spouse is coming through and saying you need to put in more effort in like watering yourself, in nurturing yourself, in giving yourself the love. You haven't had enough of it. I think you guys might have had a really messed up childhood. Give yourself the love. Yeah, don't let other people tell you. There's a lot of immature people around you. And I think you guys, you tend to be somebody who's quite easily influenced, or you take things very close to heart. You take things personally. And your future spouse is coming through and saying, don't take things too personally. Like, they're just immature people around you. Or somebody who's telling you that you're not old enough to understand something, or things like this. Saying don't listen. Listen to you. Listen to what's going on within you. And there's something about really, really looking forward to meeting you. Really looking forward to meeting you. And they keep saying you're good enough. You are good enough. You are good enough. And one more time, option number 5, you are good enough. And with that, I'm going to end your reading. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below by saying I claim it, or I resonated, or whatever it is that you're feeling drawn to say. I don't know how, but it does work. So if you guys are up for a personal reading, do send me an email. The email is in the description box below, together with a link to my Patreon page. Like, share, and subscribe, and make sure to take care of your amazing selves now. Bye.